Second Chronicles 30 to 31, Hezekiah reinstituted the Passover and even sent word to the northern kingdom of Israel, inviting them to come and worship God. The message was, "For the Lord your God is gracious and compassionate, and will not turn his face away from you if you return to him." The text says that some of the hearers laughed at the messengers and mocked them, but that others came to Jerusalem to worship. Some will and some won't. It is our job to get the good news out and encourage them to come, to maybe return to this wonderful, gracious, compassionate God who will indeed embrace them. They enjoyed this time so much in Jerusalem that they extended the Feast of Unleavened Bread from 1 week to 2 weeks. They also broke the pillars in pieces, cut down the Asherim, and pulled down the high places and altars. Duties and sacrifices were restored among the priests and Levites. Not all who came from the north had ritually sanctified themselves and prepared their hearts for worship, but their hearts were after God, which is what is really important. And Hezekiah prayed for them, and God healed them and accepted them. Every work which Hezekiah began in the service of the house of God, in law and in commandment, seeking his God, he did with all his heart and prospered. What an awesome picture of a man of God and our awesome, gracious, forgiving, compassionate, restoring God. He is looking for each one with wide open arms to welcome him. God is the same today and will welcome those who draw near to him. He is the creator of the universe, and we will all stand before him. One day, every single person will bow before the Lord. We're starting now. John 18, 1 through 18, Jesus headed toward the garden where he often met with his disciples. Judas was there with a Roman cohort and chief priests who had lanterns, torches, and weapons. Jesus was not sheepish. He went to them and asked, "Whom do you seek?" They said, "Jesus the Nazarene." He said to them, "I am he," and they drew back and fell to the ground. I think I might have gotten out of there at that point. Maybe Jesus was giving them a last chance not to be a part of this. Jesus asked them again, and he answered them again that he is the one they're looking for. He said, "If you seek me, let these go their way," to fulfill the word which he spoke. "Of those whom you have given me, I lost not one." If we belong to him, we will not lose us. He will not lose us either. Peter drew his sword and cut off the high priest's slave's ear. Jesus told him to put his sword away, that this was the reason he'd come. Luke tells us that Jesus healed the ear of Malchus, the high priest's slave. They arrested Jesus and took him to Annas, the father-in-law of Caiaphas, who was high priest that year. Apparently, Annas still had a great deal of influence. Peter followed with John, and they entered the court of the high priest. A slave girl said to Peter, "You are not also one of this man's disciples, are you?" Peter said, "I am not." Sure, this was a confusing time for Peter, and he is on an emotional roller coaster. The Lord will use this to refine Peter and continue to finish the work he had begun in him. He is doing that with you and me as well. He will not lose us. He will not forsake us. He will finish the work he has begun in us. It may be uncomfortable, but be encouraged. God has saved us to conform us into the image of his Son.